Any New Year's resolutions for you then, Fabian? Do you set goals for the start of the year? You that kind of person?
No. So I think generally in life it's important to have goals, but especially in football, the season starts always in summer. So in summer, I think it's time to set individual goals, team goals, and therefore I'm not the biggest fan of doing this in the winter break.
Well, New year, we've got a bit of a fresh start because you've got Daniel Niskowski has come in as a coach, and so you've got a new player through the door already as well in Diego Gomez. He's now officially a Brighton player. Is he someone that comes straight in to selection, or does he need some time?
Of course, he had now 2 or 3 weeks of holiday because in the MLS the season is finished, so he needs for sure a little bit time, but I'm sure he's in a great shape. He trained hard during his holiday, what I heard, and that's why I'm really looking forward to see him as quick as possible on the pitch.
And is Saturday too early for that?
That's too early, yes.
That is too early, okay. Any new injury issues or anyone back this weekend?
Adam will be back. Hopefully Jack is close, and I think the rest will stay the same.
Okay, is Ferdy any closer to coming back?
Unfortunately, not.
Okay. Would it be a while?
I think so.
Okay, and we're asking this question every week about Danny Welbeck, and it must be frustrating for you just dealing with the fact you don't have him available at the moment, and us asking the questions to you every week. But is he going to be absent longer term? Is there any chance he could be back soon?
That's the thing. Like, I can't say a clear schedule when he will be back. So it can be next week. It can be real quick, but it can also take 2, 3, 4 more weeks. So they really have to go day by day. He is without any pain, so that's a really good thing. And he's back on the pitch, but then we have to go really day by day, and hopefully he will be back soon.
Yeah, and then with Danny out, there's obviously an opportunity for. Well, João Pedro's been playing a bit more further forward, but Evan Ferguson, there's so many rumours about him, but he's got a big part to play potentially, hasn't he, for you in the next few months?
If he would be fit, yes, he would be.
Is he out this weekend as well?
Yeah, he will be also out, yes, like the last weekend.
And is that longer term?
Also there, it's like not an easy issue, but I hope that it doesn't take too long. So let's see how it's going. Also there, I don't want to make or say any clear prediction because I don't know it, and we really have to go week for week and hope that he's a good healer.
It's a silly time of year, transfer speculation, 4 weeks or so of it coming up. Do you think anyone else is likely to come in this month? And can you guarantee that you'll keep hold of your best players?
So I think that's the policy from the club that we never comment any rumors and any transfer issues. So I think we will keep it like that.
Okay, and then just finally from me, almost won at Arsenal earlier this season. They're in a fantastic run of form, aren't they? 12 games unbeaten in all competitions. What do you have to do to try and get a positive result? How hard is it to play there? Are they one of the most difficult teams to play against at the moment?
Push our limits in every phase of the game. Continue to play with courage. Continue to play intense. I think that's what we showed the last games. Of course, the results were not good, but in the end we showed really good performances. We showed that we are able to beat every team in this league, and we already proved it. So I think it's very important that we play with our identity. Our identity means to play intense. If we don't play intense, we have no chance against Arsenal. If we don't play with courage in possession, we have no chance. So I think these two things are the main thing. And of course, another big part of the game are set pieces. So when you see how much danger they can create by a set piece, then we have to take care of these things. And it's also part of the football game and a big part. So these 3 things are very important for the game.
Thank you. Good luck.
Yeah.
I think the 2 goals you conceded at Villa came immediately after corners. So What are your thoughts on defending set pieces at the moment with Arsenal coming?
I think goals after set piece always can happen, and how we concede the goals is more like a second wave. So it was not like that they had a direct chance after a cross. So I think we weren't clean enough after we won the ball. So in both situations we won the ball, but we weren't clean enough to find the right exit and to find the right exit ball. And that's why I think that we have to improve. There we have to find a clear strategy how we want to procedure after we win the first personal duel in the set piece, and that's something where we can work on.
Any team's always going to miss a world-class player, but so much of Arsenal's attacking threat came down the right with Bukayo Saka. How different are they with him on the sidelines?
Yeah, of course. He's a player who makes a difference for sure. But in the end, we saw it also yesterday. They have enough world-class players to replace him. So there's not only one world-class player in the squad. There are several world-class players, especially in the offensive line. So for sure, they have different opportunities and possibilities to replace him. And it's a different game with him for sure, because he's a left-footed player. He tries to always come inside the pitch, has good 1-against-1 situations, good crosses. But it doesn't mean that it's an easier game for us without him.
You told us when you first arrived how you have a long-term target of challenging and breaking the establishment.
Yeah.
So when you go up against these teams, do you feel an iota of extra anticipation or excitement or anything?
No, I think every Premier League game is something special, to be honest, and it's a experience against every Premier League team, and that's why, of course, Arsenal is a world-class team at the moment, maybe one of the best teams in the world, and it's a challenge for us, and it's a possibility for us to prove ourselves, how far we are in our procedure, how close we are to challenge really the establishment, and that's something where we can prove ourselves, and that should be motivation enough.
And with Brighton's form or results at the moment, I looked back at your first season at St. Pauli. I think you had a similar run of 7-8 games without a win, and then in January you won 10 in a row. What did you learn from that experience? Are there any similarities with what's happening here today?
I think you can't compare the situations in football because they're so different. Things happen because of different reasons. But in the end, you had experience, and the experience you made, it gives you like a help and gives you orientation how to behave in these situations, how to come back to the results, and that's why, of course, you can't compare them because all the situations are different. But in the end, you have some clear patterns you can trust, and clear patterns in your own behavior, clear patterns in the team behavior that might help, and therefore we just try to continue our work because we think that we are on the right way. We are able to beat everyone. We showed it also in the last games that despite from the bad results, we had some really good performances, and that's what I always try to say is like trust the process. And also during the period where we had great results, I said always trust the process, because you should be always predictable in your behavior, especially as a coach. You should give this feeling also to the whole club that we are on the right way, and we are on the right way. I would be more concerned if we don't have these performances. So in the end, I'm sure that when you work hard, when you get this game luck back, and you really have to invest and work for it to get this game luck back, then the results will come again.
Good stuff. Rich did a great job going through all the injuries. Just wondered about Purvis. Has he recovered from illness?
Hopefully. I can't say it now, but we have to wait today and tomorrow if he's available.
Thank you.
Fabian, we're at the halfway stage of the season. What have you learnt from the first half of your first campaign, or is there anything particular that's maybe surprised you or been more challenging than you maybe thought?
I think I already said it. It's the intensity from the Premier League, and also like that it's so unpredictable. It's so competitive. So everyone is able to beat another team, and you see it every weekend. So that also the teams from a lower position in the table can beat a top team, and that's something what is very special. And I really like the quality from all the teams, because it's always challenging to prepare your own team. All the coaches have like great ideas. All the coaches have like a good style of play, and it's always a big challenge to prepare myself, to prepare the team to this game. And that's something what I really see as a challenge, and I really like it because I improve every day. I can learn from it every day, and that's something what makes me a lot of fun, and that's something what I'm also a little bit surprised. Yes.
Because when you look at your results, you've actually got more points against the top 6 teams than you have against the bottom 6 teams. Does that illustrate exactly what you're saying, and how maybe is your glass half full or glass half empty? Perhaps it's a difficult one.
Yeah, that's exactly how you see the situation. So you can say we are not able to win games against these teams. On the other perspective, you can say we are really difficult to beat, because in the end, I think there are only 1 or 2 teams in the league who had less loss than we have. So I think you always can see it from that perspective. And in the end, I'm a very positive guy. So I see that the glass is half full, and I see more the positive things than the negative things general in my life. And I try to stay positive. I try to give the trust and the belief to the club and to the players. And then I'm sure that the glass will be also really, really full one day.
And just one on Arsenal, Paul mentioned about set pieces, but in terms of their overall package, what do you make of Arsenal, particularly 2 good, strong centre-backs? Are they real title contenders, do you think, this season?
Yeah, they're always. So, because of the squad, because of the journey they made with Arteta, because of their style of play, I think they are really good in all phases of the game. So they understood that the defensive phase is important, that the offensive phase is important, and that set pieces are important, and they are really good in all phases of the game. So they proved what it means to really trust the process. So I think when I look back at their start with Arteta, they struggled, they had problems, but they just keep going on. They improve the details, they improve themselves in every phase, and now you see the output. So I have a huge respect for him and his team and the work and the journey they went through.